Hi everyone, I'm Kanika Kucheria from Techcanvass. Topic for today's video is checked and unchecked exceptions in Java. First, let's understand what is exception. Exception is an unwanted or undesirable event in your program. They interrupt the normal flow of the program and terminate the execution. In Java, there are many ways to handle such scenarios, and this process is called as exception handling. Programmer can therefore take corrective actions over it. Let's see some common exception scenarios in Java. For example, trying to access null value, like checking the length of a string which is null. In file handling, provide improper path. Apply some invalid arithmetic operations. Now, as we have some basic understanding of exceptions, we will now understand the basic difference between checked and unchecked exceptions in Java. So let's discuss both of them one by one. First, we'll talk about checked exceptions. Checked exceptions occur during the compilation of the program. Compiler checks to see if the exception is properly caught or not. Else the code does not compile. Programmer has to forcibly deal with such situations. So in precise, checked exceptions must be handled at the compilation time. Let's see some common examples of checked exceptions, like IO exception, SQL exceptions, class not found exceptions, etc. There are ways to handle the checked exceptions. First, apply a try-catch block in your program. Second, declare the checked exception using the throws keyword. We will have a small demo to understand how the checked exceptions occur and how we can handle them. Here in this example, we will see how a checked exception is thrown and how we can handle them. Here I'm using the forName method of class called class, which is used to manually load a class. So once I save this program, the Eclipse automatically compiles the program, and after compilation, it gives me an error of class not found exception. So if I try to execute this program, it will show me the compilation issues of class not found exception. Now let's see how we can fix them. So here I've used the try catch block. In the catch block, I have defined the exception that will be thrown by this method and given some user-friendly message. Now if we save it, there are no compilation issues. Another example is this program where we have used the file reader, which normally throws file not found exception, and then we have used two methods called close and readline method, which throws the IO exception. Once I save this program, it gives me the compilation issues like unhandled file not found exception, unhandled IO exception, and unhandled IO exception. If I try to run this program in Eclipse, it shows me the compilation issues and not allowing me to proceed further. So these are the three kinds of exceptions which are thrown at the compilation time. Now let's see how we can fix them. Here we have fixed them using the throws keyword. In the throws keyword, we declare the exception which is normally thrown. Now IO exception is a parent class of file not found exception. So just declaring the IO exception handle both of them. So now if we run this, we can see that program is executed successfully. So these are the two examples of checked exceptions, and we have also seen the ways to handle those exceptions. Now we will talk about unchecked exceptions. Exceptions that are thrown in the runtime come under the category of unchecked exceptions. As the name suggests, compiler does not check them and so the program compilation is smooth. But such exceptions are thrown during the runtime. A good programmer needs to judge the conditions in advance, the possibilities of unchecked exceptions, and handle them gracefully. Mostly, such exceptions occur if the bad data is provided by the user in the user interaction or due to any logical errors. Let's see some common examples of unchecked exceptions, like array index out of bound exceptions, null pointer exceptions, and so on. Even though we don't get any issues in the compilations for unchecked exceptions, it is very critical to handle them carefully. We can handle them by using the try-catch block in a program and give more user-friendly and readable message to the user. Let's see a demo to understand what are different types of unchecked exceptions and how we can catch them. Let's see an example of unchecked exceptions. First, we'll see how arithmetic exceptions are thrown. Here in this program, we are taking two numbers. One number is 10 and second number we are taking as an input from the user. Let's execute this program and see what happens. Now it's asking for the second number from the user. Now, if the user provides the second number as 0, so it would be number 1 divided by number 2, that is 10 divided by 0, which throws the arithmetic exception of divided by 0. And this is an example of unchecked exception, which is caused during the user interaction. Now let's see another example of array index out of bound. Here we have an integer array with 3 numbers. Now, if we try to print numbers 3, it is actually accessing the array number beyond its length. Let's execute this program and see what happens. So here we can see array index out of bound exception has been thrown. Now the third example is for the null pointer. Here we have defined a string called name and provided its value as null. Now if we want to access its length and try to print it, let's see what happens. Here clearly null pointer exception is thrown. So in all the 3 different scenarios, we can see there were no compilation issues, as unlike in checked exceptions, and all the exceptions are thrown during the runtime. Now let's see how we can handle the unchecked exceptions. In this program, we will see how we can handle the unchecked exceptions in our program. So the solution is apply the try-catch block. In the try block, we'll apply all the logic of our program, and later we'll define the different catch blocks according the exceptions that can be thrown in our program during the runtime. Inside each catch block, we will add some sysouts to print a user-friendly message to understand what was the reason of our exception. So let's execute this program. Once we save this program, we can see there are no compilation issues. Now we will run this program and see what happens. Here, the user has been asked to provide the second number. So if we provide 0, it will throw the arithmetic exception. Let's execute again and see what happens. Now we'll give a proper number, say 3. Now it has executed further, and here we have it has thrown an array index out of bound exception. And now we can see that there is a logical error in our program and which need to be fixed. So now let's correct this program. Now I'll run this again. I'll give a proper number. This has also been solved. Now it is giving me the null pointer exception, that is the last one, And so it is caught here as null pointer exception. So these are the ways we can handle the unchecked exceptions. Thanks for listening patiently. Keep tuned for more videos on Techcanvass. Thank you.